The man put a nail into the power strip and then grabbed a fire extinguisher to smash it. The prison's electrical system immediately malfunctioned. The guard locked the surveillance room and turned around to investigate the cause. But the moment he left, Jack quietly slipped over. He used the key he had prepared in advance to easily enter the surveillance room. His goal was to take a guard's ID card. After that, he disguised himself as a cleaner and headed to the storage room. Using the information on the ID card, he located the guard's civilian clothes. Once he changed, he put the prison uniform back on over the outfit. Then he pushed a utility cart and successfully opened the first gate. Just as he was about to open the second one, a guard suddenly returned. Jack had no choice but to turn around and go back. In his hurry, a brush fell onto the floor. The suspicious guard entered the storage room to investigate, but after circling around, he found nothing. What he didn't know was that Jack was hiding under a plastic sheet. When Jack was about to continue his escape, he suddenly fell to the ground. The toxins in his body had begun to take effect. Jack knew he didn't have much time left, so he rushed through the two gates. He successfully slipped past the guard's line of sight and reached the entrance to Block B. Enduring dizziness, he opened the most crucial door. Then he quickly took off his prison uniform, because climbing out of the ventilation shaft would lead him straight outside the prison. Relying on his incredible upper body strength, he easily pulled himself into the duct. However, because the duct was hollow, the noise Jack made while crawling drew the attention of a guard. The guard poked upward with a broomstick. Jack froze instantly in fear. When the sound suddenly stopped, the guard assumed it was just a rat and left. Jack seized the moment and continued crawling, but the toxin's effects grew stronger, making him increasingly disoriented. Fortunately, he managed to reach Block B, but by now, he could barely stand. Exiting through the main door brought him straight into the visitation area, which was full of people. Jack blended in among them, but the supply truck would not arrive for a few more minutes. At that moment, an elderly man sat down beside him. The next second, Jack removed his watch, shattered the glass, and used the shard to cut open the old man's bag. When the old man stood up, the contents spilled everywhere. Using the chaos, Jack hurried toward the exit, blending into the crowd. He finally walked out of the prison, but at this point, he was on the verge of collapse. Seeing the supply truck approaching, Jack still fainted. When Jack regained consciousness, he found himself dressed again in a prison uniform. Clearly, his escape attempt had failed.